with and who they might be dealing with. For Gemini. For Gemini. There we go. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, Jim. Be bold. Make the first move. Most Geminis are pretty bold. And what do you need to release, Gemini? That is the question. All right, we'll move those over to the side and set these up for me to be able to revert back to. Because they usually lead me in the reading somehow. Once I get the message out, then I start to see how those relate to it. It's crazy how that happens. All right, let's see where this is going for my Gemini collective. I need to shuffle these like I did the other ones before. If you shuffle these like this, they get all kinds of mixed up. And it don't make as much noise for you guys. So let's do that real fast. That's why I have this cloth on this table, you know. Because if I just did these cards directly on the table without that stopping it, it gets noisy. I got to get me a microphone instead of using the one that's built into my camera. But maybe that'll be a gift to myself later on. All right. For Gemini, where is this going for Gemini? Okay. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth, Gemini. You guys definitely, if you're anything like me, you will research and try to get to that place of truth. You sure will. Anything else for Gemini? Apparently so. It says, view from above, get the big picture. There's another oracle deck out there that used to, like, to me, this is the same as pulling the giraffe in that deck. And I can't remember the name of that deck or I'd tell you. But this is the view from above. So if you ever notice, when you're in a situation, if you're inside of it, many times it is hard to see the big picture, right? So how is it, and you can do this more than anybody can, Gemini. Natural Geminis, especially if they have strong Gemini placements, tend to be able to put themselves in both shoes, kind of like a Libra does. You know, you're able to stand back, look at a scenario and say, okay, if I'm this, but what if I were them? So just for a minute, you leave yourself over here and you stand in and you try to get into details of who this person is. And sometimes it is hard if you're going through something to resonate with that other side. And so I think when you draw this view from above card, get the big picture, that it's asking you to hold up, stand back, look at the big picture. So that's something to think about, Jim. It really is. So let's see what you're dealing with. I saw a card in there that, let's see what this is. So here's the Hangman coming in reverse in this card. So keep that in mind that came out there. I don't believe in coincidences. That's Piscean energy, but it's reversed. So that's not listening to intuition, not waiting on spirit to give you a message, you know, not going within. That's another thing. A view from above, hold up. Right now, you're not doing that. You're going to have to not be so fast forward. Back up, Terry. Slow down. Wait a minute. Put yourself in their shoes for a second. That's what I get out of that. All right. I see where this is going, Spirit. Let's see what else Gemini needs to know for themselves and the person they're dealing with. I try to pull this energy here in my mind when I talk to my higher self and pull in for your energies, which I ask you to concentrate. on how you're feeling regarding this scenario that you're dealing with in your life right now. The most important thing on your mind. The reason why that you're watching my channel. The reason why you're looking for a reading for yourself, or if you're a cross watcher. So you can be either one of these pulls, okay? So let's see where this is going for Gemini. They're telling me they're shuffled, so let's go ahead and split the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Well, Gemini, I feel like you're definitely in some kind of partnership or love situation, and your twins are fighting each other. I can tell that right now. This particular deck has 2 lovers cards in it. It also has 2 Capricorn cards in it. You pulled both lovers cards, one in reverse and one in the upright. So you're torn right now in between whether to make a choice in love or not to. Whether it's romantic love or any kind of love, it's a partnership, a coming together with someone else. Or it could be in between decisions regarding work or something like that, but I don't have any pentacles on here. What I have are swords. And the 5 of swords is an upright. There's definitely some conflict or arguments here. I'm showing you as the magician in reverse. So the magician in reverse is no longer manifesting for new things. That's one of them, hold up, let me look at what I got going on right now. It's something that's already been manifested, and here it is in your face, not exactly like you thought it should be. The 2 of Wands, the decision coming in that's made is pointed toward the lovers in reverse and the lovers upright. You can't decide which one to do. But problem is, you're not coming up from an honest space regarding it. Over here, you've discovered that you're not happy about something. Your subconscious seems to have made a decision of some kind. The earth energy is in reverse, but the love energy is in the upright. So what do you do when your foundation is poor? Your passion is waning, but your love is strong. That's what creates this scenario right here. Now the Gemini twins are fighting. Oh, the woes of being Gemini. When our twins are in competition with the other. Not necessarily on purpose, but it happens. Question is for Gemini, what is the correct way, and who determines what the correct is? So you got 2 cards from Spirit regarding you stand in the light of truth. You stand in the light of truth. So what is your subconscious telling you, Jim? View from above. Get the bigger picture. Luck is on your side. You're going to have to be bold and make the first move. What about this do you need to release? The main character here is you, Gemini. 100% the absolute main character up here is you. It's air, all air energy. But there's no action. There's no talk. You're on the precipice of action, is what I'm seeing. Because you're not really even in this. Now you're ignoring it. The Hangman's reversed, so you're getting ready to take action, but you're not looking at everything. So it's time to get the view from above, get the big picture. So we need to get this Queen of Swords in the upright. Let's see who you're dealing with, Jim. I know I'm hard on you guys sometimes. I don't mean to be. Keep in mind, I'm Gemini moon, so I'm being hard on myself too. I'm not reading for myself. It took me a while to get that energy off the table, and I actually did a collective reading last night, but it was a projection, so I deleted it. Sometimes as a reader, it's hard not to do that. That's why I ended up not publishing any reads yesterday. I couldn't do it without projecting, and that's not fair to you guys, and I refuse to do that. So rest assured, if I'm reading for you, cleared that energy for you and the other people out there, not myself. All right, Spirit, who is Gemini dealing with in this scenario? Woo. Who is Gemini dealing with here? There that card is again. That's Pisces energy, Piscean energy. All right, let's talk about Piscean energy. If it's not a Pisces person, Pisces can be sneaky, but Pisces is also highly, highly intuitive. Pisces, Pisces is represented by the High Priestess, because as the High Priestess, she doesn't show her hand. The High Priestess knows a whole lot, but withholds information until she knows that it's time to release the information, or until her higher self tells her it's okay to release it. The High Priestess in reverse can be a little bit toxic. The High Priestess in reverse can be just about as dangerous as the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords will catch you with the truth. The Queen of Swords in the upright will sit and wait on you to come. She's the one that will give advice only if it's solicited, and it'll come from a place of love. But the Queen of Swords reverse is, if she's in the reverse and you walk up to her, she's liable to say something that'll catch you in too without even caring how you feel about it. Or she will also just tell you what she thinks, unsolicited. Nobody likes her. She's a bitch. We don't want the bitch. We want somebody with high integrity, from a spiritual place of being fair and knowledgeable. So the High Priestess is in reverse on this other person. So let's see what else is happening for your other person. So like I said, it could be a Pisces. So far on the table, we got Gemini, Pisces, possibility of a Libra. All right. Whoever you're dealing with has not learned their lesson. They've been through this cycle already, so they're on a repeat cycle right now, whoever you're dealing with. It might be a cycle with a different human, but it's the same thing that they've done before. They keep doing this thing in search of something that makes them happy and fulfilled. Could be a Leo. not seeing other options. I've got an earth energy that's in reverse, just like up here. A feminine earth energy in reverse. That means their stability may be solid, but they're not utilizing their resources properly. The Fool is making actions that are calculated. So down here we've got a very highly intuitive person. Very passionate. Sometimes they act happy. They're after their happiness. An air of selfishness in this person. Not utilizing all the resources that they have at their hands properly. Acting in a manner that is calculated. Probably a result of the fact that they are not maintaining things very well. Also, the Queen of Pentacles energy, that earth energy that's reversed, is, you think about earth energy, especially if it's Virgo energy, if it's anything, think about earth energy. They do things consistently over and over again to get a result. There's a time, a plan, everything to that. Tauruses are very fixed about that. They just don't waver at all. Virgos, they will a little bit. This is energy in itself. It's not necessarily that person. I think this is a fire sign or a could be a fire sign with Piscean energy. This Gemini may even have Piscean energy. Here could have Pisces in the chart. There's a connection being released here. And they're just not even going to argue about it. The person you're dealing with is going to manifest something new. And they're not going to look at the options that are right in front of them right now. They're going to get themselves unstuck. This Two of Pentacles is trying to really balance. Ooh, they're tired of waiting. So that Leo energy is high. Once this person finds the next thing, they're going to tell you about it. That's the truth. Then you'll know the truth. Taurus is in the reverse. All the earth energy is in the reverse in this scenario. When the house falls down, that is when the rebirth happens. So there's something, whoever you're dealing with is not seeing something properly. And neither are you, Jim. I believe your intuition is a little heavier on it. Your love is blinding you. You've already been here, done this. Your 10 of Wands is in the upright. Theirs is in the reverse. So if you're dealing with a fire sign or a Pisces down here, they've not learned this. You've already done it. So this is a test for you, Jim. Wake up. Get the bigger picture. Is there something about this scenario that's familiar? Because you've already done it. This might be a scenario where you become the teacher for someone else. You've already had this spiritual lesson. Why are you facing it again? Well, there comes a time when you've learned a lesson. Think about it like school. All right, you go to school and you learn, right? You go to school and you learn, and you grasp the concept. Now, you must prove that you have already learned this lesson. And how do you do that? You get a test. There's a test that is given to you for you to apply your new knowledge so you can practice what you learn. That's what's happening here, Jim. You've done this before. Get the big picture. I'm hearing that song. Stand back, you're dancing kind of close. Feel a little pump coming through on you. But it is not seductive. It's stand back, you're dancing kind of close. Get the bigger picture. You stand in the light of truth. You know why? This is exactly why. The person you're dealing with has the 10 of Wands in reverse and you have them in the upright. The person you're dealing with has a whole lot of passion. They got all the ideas in the world to get up and go. They're impulsive. They do. There's things they know they're not telling you. But you've already learned that lesson and you know it. Your subconscious knows it right up here because the way you feel, you got to look at how it makes you feel. And what's showing up in the 3D world for you. There's Piscean energy in the reverse up here too. So both of you know things that you're not utilizing right. So Gemini, you have got to stand back, get the bigger picture, and then do the diplomatic thing. You got to get Queen of Swords in the upright. That's Libran energy. That's balancing your relationships properly, being diplomatic. Your twins have got to stop arguing with each other. Stop. This right here is the Page of Pentacles reversed. So stop investing into new things. Tell the truth. There's Aries energy in the upright. The Emperor in the upright is right, is correct. This is also indication that if you can get past this lesson here, you very well might have a past life soulmate coming in that is an Emperor. That's an Aries energy. Either somebody who embodies the Emperor, that's got all 4 kings in the upright. That means all 4 kings, they've mastered all those energies. They've mastered love. They've been through all these lessons and come around and they're in the upright. They've got their pentacles in order. Their emotions are in check. They have emotional maturity. I want to see why this is on this back side. Because I'm getting the 3 of Cups reversed and the King of Pentacles in the upright. And the King of Cups in the upright. But I want to know why this 3 of Cups is reversed here. Spirit, can you tell me why the 3 of Cups is in the reverse on these energies for the Gemini collective? Oh, because you're about to come into a past life soulmate that is new. Someone in this lifetime you've not met yet. So that's why the 3 of Cups is reversed, because that could be that 3 of Cups in the upright could be a reconnection. In this aspect, that's what that was meaning, but it's in the reverse, so it's not a reconnection. The Ace of Cups is new. That means because this Death card right here is coming in, that means that cycle, there's already been a rebirth cycle here. The rest of them are reversed, so that's not part of the reading here. They're actually repeating themselves, those cards. So the person you're dealing with is just a little bit behind you. That means the person you're dealing with may very well just be a karmic soulmate. That's why it's hard for you and you're on the fence and your twins are arguing with each other, because you can feel this, that yes, you love this person. Yes, you do. There's no doubt about it. You don't want to hurt this person. Like I told, who had a reading the other day? Aries. The path was paved with good intentions. It really was. If you have Aries in your chart, you might want to watch that reading. Especially because Aries is coming up here, the Emperor, and the Empress is down here reversed. Those are both Aries energies. And one of them is not in the feminine side. Now, if that's an internal thing, your masculine energy has mastered it. Your feminine energy is still out of balance a little bit. Well, in order for you to come into union, in a full spiritual union, the Emperor and the Empress inside of yourself must be in the upright. What does that mean? You got to balance your masculine and feminine energy. You got to learn how to utilize that. If you're heavy on the fire energy with a whole lot of passion, but your communication skills are withholding or dishonest, not authentic, and not diplomatic, then you have some work to do in that arena. And you cannot master. Your Empress will still be in reverse. That means you're not able to receive communication properly all the time. So you've mastered giving it out right, but it's taking it in. Understanding it, processing it right, and then communicating it back out in full honesty. So this person is in that position. The person you're dealing with is in that position. Their feminine energy, that means most of the time that person is not a very good listener. They've not learned from their lessons. That's why their 10 of Wands is in reverse. But you guys are just as bad as the other. Both of your High Priestess, both of your Piscean energy is in reverse. So that's where you need to do your work. That's why your message is for you. You stand in the light of truth, so get the big picture. Whatever that is you're holding in that your intuition knows, you're not trusting that. So that's what you've got to look at. This person's intuition is talking to them and they're ignoring it. Because they probably got something to lose. So they're doing what they always do and manifest something else. Because they don't want to look at this. You can't help that person, Gemini. You can only live by example. So you can't go against the grain. You can't make this person do. So you know that, though, because you've already done this. That's why your twins are arguing with each other. You already know what you need to do. Where's your fire energy at? Because right now I see it in reverse. That means you haven't found the passion to make it a move. You ain't put your feet on the ground. Your masculine energy might be a little bit out of balance in here, but I think that you're about to. And the reason why is because you're not manifesting anything new. The Five of Swords is here. So that's your catalyst right there. The complication, the fight, the argument, whatever it is that you got into in the middle of here. The thing that's holding you back is your water energy. That water energy will drown your ass. Hold on, the dog wants in here. That's little Miss Irish. She likes to hang out in here. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Say hi to Gemini. All right. Let me get up here and read. So, yeah. So, let's get you a little more advice here, Gemini, on how you handle this dilemma. When I say your water energy will drown you, I want you to think about it this way. Fire and water, right? All right. Let's get real 3D about it. Set a fire. Here's my lighter for me to light sage. All right, a whole lot of thinking, that's air, will kill this fire, right? Now I don't have any want to or passion. Fire is passion. Air kills it. What else kills it? Water. So if you do too much thinking, that's air energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You do that. You hem-haw around thinking about it. You think it inside and out, and eventually your passion leaves because you think yourself out of doing something. But the other thing is your emotions get caught up in that, and you don't blow it out. Somebody just poured water on it, and now you can't even light it because it's wet. Now, until those emotions or the water evaporates, you can't even light this mug. The flint is wet. Okay? It's the same thing. That's why we associate the 4 elements here. Earth, fire, air, and water. It's practical. People want to make it woo-woo. It's taking the woo-woo that's here and putting it on the floor. The place we walk, this 3D world we live in. Fire, air, liquid, water. It's needed for our bodies to function. It's also needed, the woo-woo side of it is needed for relationships to work. The fire is needed because that fire represents passion. The thing that drives you on the inside that makes you get up and actually put your feet on the ground and put it in the earth energy and happen. So in your scenario right now, this love being in the upright when your pentacles are in the reverse, so your stability feels shaken up. The sun's in reverse, so that's your fire energy. Your happiness, the thing that makes you, that gives you passion for doing something. And you're not listening to you're not heeding your intuition. Neither is this person. So if you want to know what you guys have in common and why that both of you are in this scenario, it's because you're both sneaky. I said it. I said what I said. And you know it. So how can you correct your sneaky? You can't correct their sneaky. Don't be trying to do that. You correct your sneaky. I'm not asking you to do anything I've not already done, and you've already done it before too. You know this lesson. You know why? Because you're 10 of Wands in the upright. Any advice for Gemini? You've been there, done this, Jim. Now's the time to show the professor that you know how to handle it. Be the Queen of Wands. Where is your confidence? Get your fire energy in the upright. Pay attention to what you're committed to. It's telling you, make a decision about this commitment. It's telling you to drop a commitment because that's in reverse. You want your justice? That's how you get justice in the upright. That's diplomacy. This is your advice. That's what I ask. Any other advice for Gemini? You are not the odd man out. You're not blocked in. These are things you are not. These are probably your fears. Don't be impulsive about it. Look, get your house in order, get your things in order. Then you can take a leap of faith in the opposite direction of what will hurt you. If you stick around, it's going to hurt. Let's look at the bottom of this deck. No longer defending the Six of Pentacles. The equal give and take. Yes, then you're going to celebrate a past life connection. That's up here. This one's reversed. So, what I'm telling you right now is handle the situation you're in. You may have a new soulmate coming in that is from a past life, but you've not met them in this lifetime. They're new. Maybe an Aries. And that is a premonition. It may or may not happen. We can't fix free will of the world, but it was on the back side of these cards. But it's after this is handled. Now, I don't know who this other person is to you, but it's a conflict you're dealing with right now. I don't know if this is love or somebody in your family. But whatever it is, there's something about it that is very familiar to you. And you love this person. You care about them greatly. And they're not brand new. So there's somebody that's already been in your life. But they're not from way back either. So it tells me this isn't a parent or somebody. This is somebody that might be in your friend group, a scenario going on in your friends, or it could be, if it is romance, it might be somebody that you're newly dealing with. If you're not already facing this right now, then this is coming. It's hard to tell where you're at on the timeline. Are there any messages for Gemini here for advice from Spirit, please? Angels, ancestors, guides, and spirits. Any animal oracle words of advice for our Geminis? This is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. Ladybug is good luck. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing or striving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your twins are in arguments right now. Rest and recuperate. Get yourself down to earth. Balance all of that in your own silence, in your time out, away from everybody. So you can make the right decision. You can get the view from above that way. Any other advice for Gemini? You're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. And you know why? Because your 10 of Wands is in the upright. And the person you're dealing with is in the reverse. So you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself and your intuition, which is already telling you this because you've done walked this road before. Okay? The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing, Gemini. Jim, I think that's a good message. It's hard sometimes to have these messages. I understand that. And I'm not asking you to do anything that I've not already done or experienced. So whatever you're facing today, take your time off and don't let people push you. That's hard to do in the camera, ain't it? Me trying to straighten that out because everything's backwards. Anyway, it's hard, Jim. I know it is. But from Gemini to Gemini, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't take the lesson that you've already learned and apply the skill, you can't move forward. You might end this cycle, but you're going to drag it out. And if you don't end it properly, you're going to get it again. You're going to be on relationship repeat. That's how this world is set up for us. You ever talk to these people that say, I'm just tired of trying to get in relationships because all men are blank. All women are blank. People say that because they keep having the same experience over and over again. We live by being conditioned. If I press this button every single time, it gives me it's like a Pez dispenser. If I pull the head back, I get a Pez. Till the Pez runs out, right? Except for life is a never-ending dispenser. So, you can keep doing that and get the same flavor of Pez every single time. Or you can learn to do something different. Maybe instead of buying a Pez dispenser, you just go buy a bunch of Pez candy. Just go above the dispenser. Why bother? Why get it one at a time? You see what I mean? It's like metaphoric. But you'll get the same lesson over and over again. So people come to believe, because of their experience, that every single person in the world is going to be like this. So I'll just give up on love. So you know what happens next? God throws a new one in your lap. All of a sudden, this new person shows up and you think it's the love of your life. I can't believe I've actually met somebody that's like this. And you get on into it and bam! Out of nowhere, this person starts acting like somebody else. That happened to me. It very much happened to me. I didn't want to learn the lesson. I wanted to jump into something, and I thought I met somebody that was totally different than everybody else. And they were on the front side. But I got scared because they were so different. And I ran. And then I realized what I did, and when I went back to go get it, it showed up the way the other person showed up. All of a sudden, the person that I originally met was gone. Same human, different person. When before, it was always a different human, same energy. This was the same human, a different energy. That one was dynamic enough to... God's got tricks. He's got jokes. So, it can switch up on you. When you give up on love, then they'll put love in front of you in a different way, and you'll think everything's shifted because you gave up on love and now somebody chased you. If we're talking about romantic relationships. I'm giving you an example of something that happened to me. And it did. That's something I didn't have control of. But that's the one thing that made me be able to get this view from above, because I did it in both ways. This time I had round two with the same human that showed up with a different energy. Unfortunately, the second time around, the energy I went back for didn't end up being that. They weren't the same person. It wasn't, they were wearing a mask the whole time. I had to experience the mask, being totally blind to it, in order to see that that person showed up looking totally different. But it was the same lesson. Our higher selves, or God, whatever your deity is, knows how to place things in front of you. We are meant to evolve and expand in this world. So you can't just get stuck on saying, I don't want love. Well, we're humans, and what people need people. So you can sit there and think you're going to reject love all day long. Something will happen. Or you can jump from one love to another and you'll just keep getting the same thing. You'll keep hitting the same button and get the same result. It's insanity. Look up that definition. So, Gemini. Anyway, I know this was a long one, but I feel like you needed it. Special attention today. And all these other people might get jealous because we had this little powwow today. I hope not. But this is a special message. I'm a Gemini. I've been here, done this. This is not something I'm facing now, but this is something I have faced. That's why I'm here. So somebody out there is dealing with this scenario today. Then you're the Gemini I'm talking to, or you're cross-watching for someone who is. Have mercy. Have pity. Not pity. They wouldn't like pity. Have compassion. Empathy. For those who've experienced that. And understand it's all for our highest good. Things happen for you and not to you. All day long. Every day, all the time. I promise. God's not out to get you. Really not. It's out for your expansion. Because we live here on this earth, in this dimension, and we have to learn how to live it and expand. Because life goes on. And so do we. Anyway, I wish you the best and the rest of January. I don't know if we'll get back around to Gemini before the end of January. If not, I'll see you in February for your personal reading. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So you'll get to see me. If you know your chart, you'll watch for other ones. Check me out on TikTok. I do the element signs over there on rotation. I also do shorts on here so you can get little short messages for each sign. I'm going to do a collective mid-month check-in today, I think. I have a private reading, too, scheduled that I've got to take care of today. Anyway, until I see you next time, please subscribe. Like my videos. It keeps the channel going. We're over 500 subscribers, and I'm on my way to 1,000 now, hopefully. Anyway, I wish you the best. Love and light. Take care, Gemini. Until next time.